Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I usually don't take it for granted. By supporting me in this video, just do me a favor, ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Kenyans, Linus Kaikai of Citizen TV during NISGA is coming out to drop a bombshell. He is saying that those who are lending us loans are not the problem. The problem is us. Because we are being given money. But this money is reaching well into our government accounts. But in terms of the usage of this money, is ending to few individuals' pockets. And so the problem is not the lender, it's not the person who is giving us money. The problem is the type of leadership we are having. Again, Linus Kaikai is disclosing, saying, you can clearly differentiate the IMF and World Bank loans. Remember, IMF and World Bank, their headquarters are in US. And you compare with China's loan, there's a big difference rather. When China gives you loan, they usually concentrate on that loan. They will not interfere with your taxation. They will not interfere with your social life. They will not interfere with your political life. What basically is important to them is that, yes, you have taken the loan from them. Are you going to pay? And that is it. Your political issues, none of their business. Your social life, none of their business. Your policies, your taxation, none of their business. Them, what they want is their money. But when you look at IMF and World Bank, they will give you money, what you want, even if it is 1 trillion. But they will give you all conditions, principles, policies. You must high tax Kenyans so that you can have this. They even interfere with whoever is going to be the president. That is a problem. So Linus Kaikai is coming out to elaborate it very clean and clear. I want you to take a look and listen to Linus Kaikai.
It's a one-sided conversation. You have to have it as ourselves. China, just like a good lender, has taken care of its own interests. It's not going to lose any money because you, in any way, the money is being lost on our end, but the repayment has to be on schedule. And in the last 1 year, we've actually seen how much pressure the government has been under because of foreign debt. Because what it obviously does, because it's really an automatic schedule, you have to put it right on top of your budget that you are repaying this debt. And what it does is to pile pressure on other things, which then led to the birth of funny finance bill and, ways to try and raise the money to meet the difference. But yes, even there are many, many questions on how we use our borrowed money. But there is a reason Beijing is a popular borrower's destination for especially African borrowers. They gather there because Beijing doesn't ask a lot of questions. Unlike the IMF, World Bank, which tends to impose a lot of conditionalities on aid, there'll be fewer questions asked in China. You can get what you want, and how you utilize it is absolutely none of their business. That is why, if you look at the SGR, it ends at some funny place in the middle of nowhere in Narok. And it ends very efficiently. It's Chinese constructed. Yeah. And they constructed it so well to the dead end.
So where does it
it's called Dukamoja, just past Dukamoja, a place called Olasiti in Narok. It ends in a thicket and ends nicely, complete with a bridge, and it ends where it ends.
It's tidy.
And it's very, very tidy. And it's actually a mockery. It's a statement of what is really wrong in these relationships. I'm sure, and they don't do it, they're very polite people, they know how to play their diplomacy. Maybe they quietly laugh at this and say, they borrowed to construct that, and look where it ended. And these are some of the conversations we need to have as a country. Do we think through those projects as we borrow to finance them? Now, we have, talking of East and West, There was a French firm that had won the... I didn't won anything because what was the process? I don't know what the
Rironi Mau Summit.
Yeah, the Rironi Mau Summit was supposed to have been done by a French firm, and that was offered under the administration of former President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto at the time, and that has changed now. So out go the French, and now there's talk of China taking that up. We're not sure that has happened yet. I have not seen, at least, I know it's talk that China will take that over. But let's not assume that China is a careless lender. No, it's not. China has succeeded because of very, very smart fiscal policies. They are very good with their money. They are very good with how to generate that and how to lend it responsibly. They don't throw money around, which explains why you remember former President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga could not get, was it 3.6 billion. So Rironi, I wouldn't celebrate first, not for a situation where we still owe so much. We're asking for so much more. And look, China has a lot. It has 53 to 54 priorities around the country. So in the list, Rironi and Angola, some very lucrative and more urgent oil project, for example. You know, we still have to be competitive, but there's a lot of reviewing we really need to do. And just a final point on the SGR, you had mentioned about how costly it is. Whose fault is that?
So that is how Linus Kaikai is coming out to tell Kenyans the problem is not about the lender. The problem is about those who are taking money from them. And clearly you can understand, we have a big problem in this country. It is so mind-boggling, you might not believe. Because when you look at even some projects, you ask yourself, why was the government of the day launching these projects when they know very well there's no money? On the same note, these people are even launching, quoting some amount of money that should be used or allocated to it. And if the money is not in the country, they will say, like the way William Ruto usually say, we are going for these 30 billion Kenya shillings to IMF or China. And that is what they usually say. But critically, when you look there, the type of launching this project, and again, quoting some money there, you will realize the money is being quoted. But when you look at this project, hakuna mtu anaifanya. But you will hear the money has been released. So in other words, it is high time that also as we as Kenyans, we must stand strong and say that we are no longer going to accept some few individuals to ride on our shoulders. They borrow, then it is us to pay it. Them themselves, they want to reach themselves, make their family enjoy life. Their children are not in this country, you know, they are studying abroad. But you Kenyans, your children are not even affording to go to secondary school. They are begging for support to enable them to go to school. And that is why I want to say here very clear, Kenyans, let us open our eyes and understand these kind of issues and scenarios. Because you cannot tell me that we usually complain about IMF, World Bank, and China. But these people usually give us money. Nikuulize, wakati unaenda kukopa pesa kuenda kununua mkate, ulijua penye unaenda kutoa hii pesa? Sijui kama mnanielewa. Na hii pesa ulienda kununua nayo mkate, ulijua utalipa. Kufika mahali kulipa, watoto wako watacomplain kwa ule alikopesha mzazi anunue hiyo mkate, ama watoto watakomplainia baba. Watakomplainia baba, not mwenye aliwakopa pesa. In fact, sometimes hata watoto wajuangi baba alikopa pesa. So I think what should be happening now, Kama wewe ni mzazi umekopa pesa kununua mkate watoto wakule. Nunua pesa kwa ajili ya uliomba hiyo pesa kwa ajili mkate watoto wanataka kunywa nayo chai asubuhi. Lakini wewe naye umekopa hii pesa ununue tena mkate. Hii pesa unafanya nayo shughuli zingine yenye inakubenefit. Sasa hiyo ndio unaenda raha, sasa hiyo unaenda kunywa hata pombe. Unaona vitu kama hizo. Ni same to the government of the day. Wanakopa hii pesa lakini ni kufund their leisure life. Na ndio maana una travel na helicopters left right center, watoto wao wanakuwa na mabiashara, wanakuwa na matenders, lakini wewe watoto wako wako tu hapo. So I think going forward, we as Kenyans, it has reached a time that we must open our eyes and see enough is enough. We are not going to depend on just riding or other these politicians over riding on us. Ili wakuwe rich, wakuwe popular, tufanye tukue maskini, wao wakiendelea. So that was the statement of Linus Kaikai and I support it. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.